Did you know that in LA Noire, 2 crime deaths were cut from the final game? These consist of bunco and burglary. Team Bondi's Brennan McNamara explained in an interview that they were cut from the game early on. Did you know that in Grand Theft Auto 5, Rockstar had actual gang members voice gang members in the game? They even let them contribute their own thoughts on the script, leading to a more authentic final product. Did you know that Spider-Man has a comic that features Barack Obama? Barack Obama mentioned his fondness for Spider-Man at a number of child-oriented events and named the web-slinger his favorite superhero along with Batman. Marvel Comics returned the compliment by putting the president-elect in a special issue published just before Obama's first inauguration in 2009. Did you know that in Red Dead Redemption 2, a lot of people, myself included, believe that the Laramie gang leader was voiced by Stephen Ogg, who played Trevor Phillips in GTA 5. He was actually voiced by Mason Hensley, with Ogg himself even confirming that it wasn't him. Vanilla is the most popular ice cream flavor. In America, specifically. I guess it's not surprising. I mean, it's simple, and it goes with everything, and that's why. Did you know that in GTA San Andreas, the infamous Zero mission supply lines is so hated that even the voice actor of Zero, David Cross, hates the mission for 2 reasons. 1, because obviously it's extremely difficult.
And I couldn't do it. The RC car thing? Or the plane?
It's impossible.
It's ridiculous.
And 2, because he hates his voice in the game.
I could not listen to myself. It was so annoying. So annoying.
I can agree. Did you know that in Red Dead Redemption 2, Miss Grimshaw is described in the credits as a retired painted lady? The term painted lady is an archaic word for a prostitute, indicating that this was Susan's profession prior to joining the Vanderlyn gang. Did you know that the Noid from Domino's Pizza indirectly caused a hostage situation? In 1989, a mentally ill man named Kenneth Lamar Noid believed that the Avoid the Noid campaign was personally targeted towards him. This led to an over 5-hour-long standoff where thankfully no one was hurt. This incident was widely believed to have caused Domino's Pizza to discontinue advertising using the Noid as their mascot, but this claim has been rejected by the company and their advertisers. Did you know that Super Mario Bros. The Lost Levels was initially released in Japan as Super Mario Bros. 2 for the Famicom Disk System? However, Nintendo of America originally deemed this game too difficult and adapted Doki Doki Panic and released it as Super Mario Bros. 2. Did you know that in Contra, the American cover uses trace stills of Arnold Schwarzenegger from the movie Predator, which have then been slightly altered to resemble Bill and Lance? Bill is traced from the home video cover while Lance is traced from a scene in the movie. I always thought Lance was traced from a Rambo film. Did you know that in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, we all know Kira's design was based on David Bowie? We also know that David passed away in 2016, the same year the final episode of Diamond is Unbreakable released. Coincidence? Absolutely, but still interesting. Did you know that in Donkey Kong Country, the first level of the game, Jungle Hijinks, was originally known as Jungle Japes, a name which would be reused for the first level of Donkey Kong 64? Did you know that in Doom, most of the sound effects from the game are edited stock effects? Now we all know the sound effect when the player gets injured. Hilariously, this is the original sound. It's literally the sound of a man struggling to take a dump. Did you know that the first meme ever created was an expectation versus reality meme back in 1921? This meme is literally over 100 years old, and it shows that even back then, people had low self-esteem. Did you know that in GTA Liberty City Stories, the mission Crazy 69 references the film Kill Bill, where the bride faces a large gang of Yakuza members known as the Crazy 88, defeating them all using her katana. After the mission, the player also receives a yellow jumpsuit which resembles the one Bruce Lee wore in the film Game of Death, which Kill Bill pays homage to. Did you know that in Donkey Kong Country, despite his name being in all 3 of the SNES games, he's only playable in the first one? Did you know that in the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, unlike Freddy, Bonnie, and Chica, Foxy doesn't have an actor portray him with a suit because of his strange proportions and withered design? Instead, Foxy was operated by 6 different human puppeteers using a large puppet rig. Did you know that before JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Diamond is Unbreakable got an official English translation, the only translation we had at the time was known as Dwang? It is widely known for being a fairly poor translation of the original and is said to have been done by a single person in a very short amount of time. It's been the source of several memes within the fandom and holds a special place in their hearts. Did you know that in Super Mario World, the idea of having Yoshi the dinosaur was conceived as early as Super Mario Bros. 1, but was deemed technically impossible at the time? Did you know that in Spider-Man, Wolverine was set to have a cameo in the movie? Hugh Jackman explained in an interview that it never happened because they couldn't get access to the suit, which is quite honestly one of the strangest reasons ever, and I'm very disappointed this didn't happen. Did you know that in Kirby Superstar Ultra, the boss Wham Bam Rock was most likely redesigned because his original appearance resembled a racial caricature? Did you know that in GTA Liberty City Stories, Tony Cipriani gets critiqued a handful of times for being too skinny?
Look at you. You look so thin. If you were still living here with your mother like your son should, you'd be eating right.
You look a little thin. Isn't your mama feeding you right?
Oh, he's a charmer. Maybe too thin, though.
This explains why Tony is a much heavier person in GTA 3. Did you know that pizza has been delivered in space? In 2001, a Pizza Hut pizza was delivered to the International Space Station via resupply rocket. It was eaten by Russian astronaut Yuri Yusukov. He even filmed himself eating a slice in a commercial for the pizza company. Did you know that in Spider-Man Homecoming, the Midtown School of Science and Technology was established in 1962, a reference to Spider-Man's first appearance in Amazing Fantasy Volume 1, Issue 15. Did you know that in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Battle Tendency, Joseph Joestar spent $5 on a bottle of cola? BT takes place in 1938. $5 in 1938 is equivalent to $110.76 today. Either that was some expensive cola, or Joseph got scammed. Did you know that in Fortnite, the Toph skin uses her post-war design where she's a little older? Did you know that in Saints Row 2, most of the stuff in the player's crib in the first game is also in his room in the Saints safe house at the beginning of the game? Did you know that in Red Dead Redemption 2, in the mission Banking the Old American Art, after Lenny's death, you can tell just how much each member cared about him by how they react to it. Arthur is heartbroken over losing another brother, Charles is sad and heartbroken, Micah and Bill don't care, Dutch is sad but needs to stay focused and lead the group, and Javier takes a glance because there's no time to mourn. Did you know that in Grand Theft Auto 4, you can find Satriali's pork store from The Sopranos in the game? It's located on Moog Street in the Actor District of Alderney. It plays no major role, but it is a nice reference. Did you know that in Left 4 Dead 2, if you use voice commands in front of microphones and intercoms...
Let's go. I'm here. Let's be careful. Nice job. Time to move. Right behind you.
Sir, I'm with you.
Come on, I'm in a hurry.
I'm with you. Yeah, let's go.
I'm on my way.
Now that's some attention to detail.